Hello everyone, it's the magnanimous one, Dr. Brown here. I just want to let you guys know to feel free to check out my website, omicron.spruz.com for more. Now, let's get into the video. Samurai Jack, the man of the past that's now in the future, versus the man with the trick arrows, the Green Arrow. Now, between these two combatants, Samurai Jack taking on Green Arrow, definitely, this match will be fast-paced and there will be a lot of dodging and a lot of running away from each other. What I think will happen is that the Green Arrow will come at Samurai Jack throwing some little arrows at him. Samurai Jack will obviously rip him apart with his sword, and then soon it's going to be close combat. And I think that Green Arrow's gonna duck and dodge Samurai Jack's sword attacks and then punch Samurai Jack in the face, get him. But then Samurai Jack would get up and retaliate and slice the Green Arrow. But Green Arrow will eventually live, and then he'll back up some more, throw some shots at him, which Samurai Jack would dodge. But I would say that Green Arrow would have the advantage when it comes to range, because really he could just space out Samurai Jack with his arrows and then set up an even bigger attack. He could throw 4 arrows at one time. Samurai Jack could dodge them, and then next thing you know, throw a trick arrow at him and he wouldn't see it coming. But at the same time too, Samurai Jack, I would say, is more skilled than the Green Arrow, because as we've seen in the Samurai Jack program, in the very first episode, we see Jack as a boy, and then we see him growing up in his teen and adult years, and he's basically like Wolverine. He's basically trained in almost every form. He's trained to use a staff like Kilik. He's trained to use arrows, which he basically used. He's trained to also fight with his hands, as well as he's skilled in trap making, because we seen him make traps throughout the show. We didn't see it often, but we did see him make some traps throughout the show. And plus, Samurai Jack has that super jump, where he was able to super jump by those little blue people. So Samurai Jack has advantages there. And plus, also, some of Samurai Jack's villains, that guy Damongo, one of Aku's minions that could basically steal your soul, Jack defeated him. Jack has had some tough opponents, but in the Green Arrow's defense, the Green Arrow has had some crazy people too, he had to deal with. But in this one-on-one fight, I would say that I'm going to have to give this one to Samurai Jack, only because even though, when the two square off, all of a sudden, Green Arrow's charging up some of the arrows. Boom, boom, boom. Samurai Jack dodges, comes at the Green Arrow. Green Arrow uses his bow to block it. Then probably whacks Jack in the face. Jack gets up, do a couple of sword slices. Green Arrow blocks. Then all of a sudden the fight stops for a second. Green Arrow reloads. Boom, boom, boom. Samurai Jack dodges. Now all Samurai Jack really needs to do is get one clean, decisive hit on him and end it. But as we know in the show, Samurai Jack really only kills Aku's minions. We've never seen Samurai Jack deal the final blow. So what I would say is that Samurai Jack would have to control himself and walk away from the battle, but he would not walk away unscathed, and neither will the Green Arrow. So I'm going to give this one to Samurai Jack, because also too in the show we see Samurai Jack basically blocking AK-47 rounds with one hand, reflecting it back. So basically anything that Green Arrow does is null and void. So I would say that game, set, and match goes to Jack to the past, Samurai Jack. Watch out.